Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. Hope that you guys are doing well today. I'm feeling amazing, and you know when I'm feeling really good because I always say amazing, not just amazing, amazing. You know, I just had some time this morning to worship. I feel like my morning has been super productive so far. I'm just really happy. It's 12 o'clock. I've already filmed the video. I cleaned up my room, sorted out a couple of things, so I'm really happy about that. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that, okay? We are here to talk about weight loss. Obviously, as you can tell by the title of this video, this is all about my recent weight loss. Now, I have had so many questions about this, so if you do want to hear about my recent weight loss, and obviously we're going to be talking about weight woes and just about weight as a whole and being a woman and just body and body shape and all that kind of stuff, we're going to talk about all of that. So if you do want to hear me talking about all of those things, please do not go anywhere. Maybe you can pause, grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a snack, then come right back, and then we're going to get straight into it. Okay, so I hope that you've got your snack, you've got everything that you need, and you are ready to go. I'm gonna try not to make this video too long, but it's definitely something that I wanted to go into a lot of depth into. So we're gonna go all the way back because so many people ask me questions all the time, not just about my most recent weight loss, where clearly you can see from pictures, and I'll try to put some pictures on the screen or something, that I have lost quite a lot of weight recently. I've just been looking a bit more slim and snatched, but not just that. You know, if anyone knows me, I'm talking like you've been following my channel for a really long time, like from the beginning, or if you're like close family or friends, you will know that before the age of about 14, it was 14 because I was in year 10, I was, I don't know what you want to call it, but a chubby bunny, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I call myself just, I was fat in it. Like, that's just a way of easily saying it. I was fat. No, I wasn't ever bullied. I wasn't ever made to feel ashamed of my weight too much. I did have like a couple of times in school where people did make kind of comments and stuff like that about my weight. Had people that were talking about me behind my back, which till this day they probably don't even know that I know, but some people who were kind of I was kind of mingling with them, not really. Some of the girls that were known as the cool girls in school, you know, I got reports back of them basically saying stuff about me behind my back. People call me like the light-skinned snowman, just fatty, and all these different things that obviously were not very nice to hear, but they didn't, like, I can't say that I was bullied or like, oh my gosh, I was so miserable and I broke down and I cried. No, it was hurtful, and I remember just thinking to myself like, wow, people are actually really mean. Like, what did I ever do to you, and what has my weight got to do with you? I'm already quite insecure. Actually, I was very insecure about my weight, but we'll get onto that in a second. I was already, you know, very insecure growing up about my weight, and then having people say that just kind of added to it. And then it was crazy because it was even people that wouldn't even say it to my face. They will be saying it behind my back. So it just made me feel some type of way, but it wasn't to the point of like, oh my gosh, it hurts me so much, like I was crying or whatever it is. No, if anything, like I said, I was quite insecure growing up, so I was crying more so. I did have moments where I did cry over my weight, because I just wasn't happy with what I was looking in the mirror. Like, I was going to school, there were girls that were slim, that when they wore their skirt they just looked so cute, and then there was just me that just felt like I was just so pudgy and just waddled everywhere, and I was really fat, and I was really big. Like, I can't even lie to you, like I was pretty big. I'm trying to remember the sizes that I wore, but I know that I was like 10, 11, I was wearing a size 12, and bearing in mind I'm a size 12 now, and I was a lot shorter, so everything would have been like that before. But I was literally like, I remember I was 10 and I was wearing a size 12. Why I remember that is because when we turned 10, Hannah, my cousin, who you've seen on my channel and who you know I talk about quite a lot, or two peas in a pod, but like this, Hannah had a birthday party, and her birthday party was a fancy dress birthday party, and I wanted to go as Foxy Cleopatra or whatever. I don't even know where that name comes from, but kind of like Foxy Brown, Cleo, I don't know. Anyway, I was just thinking diva-ish, sequins, and a big afro. And I remember going with my older cousin to go and find clothes, like to go and find my outfit. And I remember we went into this shop so I could go and try on jeans. I was 10, remember, or maybe I just turned 11. I was either 10 or just turned 11. And I remember the jeans that were like of the different sizes of my age did not even get past, like, I think my like lower thigh. They did not get past that. So we had to go into the adult section, and I remember a pair of size 10 jeans just did not fit me, so I had to get a pair of size 12 jeans. And my cousin was like, kind of like, wow, Nissy, size 12, you know. But she didn't make me feel bad. Like, my family have never made me feel bad about my weight, like even when I was bigger, other than maybe some aunties commenting here and there. Other than that, my cousins per se never made me feel any type of way. So my older cousin didn't really make me feel bad, but kind of just was kind of like, wow, Nissy, like, you're 11, you're wearing a size 12. Like, I think even she was a size 12, and she was way older than me. And I think she was like a size 12 or even a size 10 at the time, and I was this 10-year-old that was wearing a size 12. And then I remember as time went on, I remember wearing like these like baggy shorts that were like size 16, and I think I was kind of pushing onto an 18, you know, at one point. I'm not 100% sure, but I remember there were like trousers that I think my mum had, and I think I used to kind of wear them. I don't really know. I don't know if that's me reaching, but I just remember even hitting to the point of like a size 16. Bearing in mind, I'm less than 14 years old, so I was a big kid. I was very, very insecure. Though I was very bubbly outwardly, I was bubbly. I was always chatting to people. I was a social butterfly. So in school, I never really had a clique. I never really had like that specific group of friends that I was always with. I was a social butterfly. I never really fitted in anywhere. I could literally go with the Asian girls and be a part of them for a little bit. I could go over with like some of the other people and I could be with them. I could be with some of the black girls sometimes and be with them. I was just a social butterfly. I just floated everywhere, which at the time was kind of sad because I just felt like I didn't belong. And you know, every school kid, every child always wants to feel a sense of belonging wherever they go, and I just never felt that. I never felt like I belonged in a group. I never felt I had a group. But I've said it before and I'll say it again, I feel like it was the best thing that could have ever happened to me now, looking back, retrospectively speaking, because the fact that I was able to float in different areas and be able to talk to different groups of people and being able to fit in and adapt to different groups of people, now I can go into any environment, any space, anywhere you take me, and I'm able to adapt to different types of people. You can take me to a place where it's only Asians and I promise you I'll be able to adapt and get on with them. You can take me to a place where it's only Eastern Europeans. I promise you there'll be somebody or some people that I get on with and I'm able to mingle and to talk to people. I just feel like it gave me skills. At the time I didn't even realize it, but it was like God already knew the skills that I would need because of what I do. You know, I go out, I meet different types of people all the time, and it's like I have to be able to adapt and to meet people at the level and the standard of which they're at, and to be able to find a way to relate to different types of people. And I feel like just God gave me that without even me realizing it. But anyway, so I was a social butterfly, never really had a clique, but I was very, very insecure about my weight, as in like I would cry about it to the point where when we would get changed, I remember getting changed in PE and I was always the one that would kind of have to go either into the toilet or have to kind of hide behind like lockers or whatever, because I was just so insecure about the way I looked, even to the point where it even came to my cousins. My cousins didn't even care about how I looked, but I remember there was this one day where me and Hannah were changing in my room. Like we're kids, we're little kids, but I remember being so insecure that I had to open up the cupboard. Like we had this cupboard in my, I think it was even, was it my sister's room? We were changing in my sister's room my sister's room at the time, I don't even know. Anyway, we're changing in the room and there was this cupboard and I opened it up out so that I could block myself and change behind the cupboard, as in I would not let my cousin see my flesh, my stomach, whatever it is. I was so insecure. Looking back at it now, it's actually really, really sad that at that young tender age, like I'm sure I was like 11 or 12, I was so insecure about myself to the point where I just couldn't stand anyone looking at me. Like I couldn't stand it. Even myself, I couldn't look at myself in the mirror for long periods of time. Like I could never get changed and stand in front of a mirror looking at myself. That's how insecure I was. And even to the point where during PE, like I was just so insecure. Like I'm actually thinking about it now and it's really, really sad, and I don't want anyone to ever feel like that. I I feel like it's really positive that we're in a different time where, you know, there is body positivity and there's loads of these different movements that are encouraging people to love themselves and to love, you know, the body that they're in, especially young girls. You know, if I could go back and I could speak to my 11-year-old self, I would just say to myself, like, this could even be a video of what would I say to my younger self or my 11-year-old self. I would just say, you know, those things don't matter. Like, they just don't. I know it feels like the biggest thing right now. I know it feels like, you know, the most important thing. Oh, you're not, you know, slim here. Oh, you don't have a nose like this. Oh, you don't have this, or you don't have, oh, whatever it is. Like, all of these insecurities. Oh, you're pudgy here, you're pudgy there. They actually don't matter, especially not at 11 or 12 years old. They are so irrelevant. And, you know, it's scary now because we didn't have social media back then. We couldn't, you know, look at other, you know, girls or boys or whatever it is and be comparing ourselves like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty, she's got this, she's got that, she's got a Louis Vuitton bag, whatever it is. Like, we never even had that back when I was younger. So I can only imagine the amount of pressure that there is on young girls and young boys now with social media and that accessibility. You could be in your bed and, you know, feel so insecure just because you've gone on your phone to look at all the things on Instagram, which I think why it's so important to talk to your friends, talk to family, especially like your younger family members, just to encourage them and to remind them of who they are outside of the standards that this world has put for them. So yeah, but anyway, I'm like digressing and derailing. But anyway, I was super insecure, didn't let anyone see my body, was so ashamed. You know, when you're little kids, you used to like bath with like maybe your sibling or your cousin. I remember me and Hannah actually used to bath together. I don't know why I still have these memories, but when we were really young, you bath like together. It's like, it's nothing, it is what it is. But then I remember just getting to a point in my life where I think I remember making that decision in my head of like, no one can see my body because it's so disgusting. Like, that's how I remember thinking. And I just remember, yeah, after that day we never bathed together ever again. It just reminds me of that mindset that I had when I was really young. But anyway, fast forward to when I was about 14 years old, I lost a lot of weight. I lost a considerable amount of weight very quickly, as in it was over the Christmas period, and I came back from the Christmas holidays. I was in year 10, and I remember, I didn't even realize how much weight I had lost until people came up to me and were like, Nissy, what the hell happened? And I remember just thinking like, what are you talking about? Now let me explain to you first and foremost that weight loss was not done in a healthy manner. Let me explain to you what happened. Guys, when I literally say to you, I do not understand till this very day what even happened, but when I say to you, I literally woke up the next day and I no longer had a desire to eat food. It might sound crazy, it might sound like, how can you just wake up with a desire, with no longer a desire to eat food? Genuinely, guys, the idea and the thought of food made me feel sick. That's what leads me to a point where I think that maybe it was psychological, because I was beating myself up so much every single day. Guys, you don't understand. Me being big was like, it was mental, self-afflicted mental torture. Like, I on the outward looked like I was so happy, I was bubbly, I was expressive and all of these things, but inside I would beat myself up constantly about my weight and about how big I was, and that's why no boys wanted to talk to me. So this is all self-afflicted torture, and I do believe that my weight loss was a psychological thing where psychologically I was beating myself up so much to the point where something just switched in my brain. And I genuinely can say to you guys, I woke up the next day and food just wasn't appealing to me anymore. Like, literally, I woke up and I would have one bite of something and I feel like I'm full. One bite of toast and I feel full. And even talking of toast, even butter on toast, guys, I started looking at food differently. When I say to you, I just looked at food so differently. Like, everything made me feel sick. Everything with too much oil in it, so I couldn't really eat like things like chicken wings or chicken and chips or anything like that. Burgers, McDonald's, all of it just made me feel like, oh, what is this? I just couldn't eat the way that I did. And so very quickly over the Christmas holidays, I lost a massive amount of weight. But then it took a turn for the worse. Obviously, when you're not eating, you're not putting things into your body starts eating itself. So your body starts, you know, basically going into survival mode and eating what it can from your insides. And what started happening was that every single morning, you know, at a certain point, I started throwing up every morning. without fail, every single morning at 6 a.m. I would wake up in order for me to throw up. First I was throwing up and it looked kind of like I was throwing up like food and all that kind of stuff, but then it got to a point, because I wasn't eating and I was throwing up every single morning, I started throwing up phlegm, and I started throwing up like what just looked like this white gooey fluid, which was very disgusting. And that's when I kind of knew there was a problem. But I can't lie to you, I never went to the doctor, never went to go and see anybody about it, never got any kind of checkup or any kind of help. I just kind of rolled the wave, which was really bad. And now looking back, like if you are experiencing something like it, or you've just all of a sudden lost your appetite, please go and see a doctor, because you just never know what's going on inside of you. You could have a stomach problem. And it became routine, like it became routine. I throw up in the morning at 6 a.m. then my stomach would be in so much pain, like guys, to the point where I could not sleep. Like my stomach was in so much pain, like, you know when you constantly feel like you're about to throw up, and that like kind of like quenching the thing that happens in your stomach, and it tightens up and it hurts so much until you throw up. Now I was feeling that constantly, because even as I was throwing up, nothing was really coming out, so all it was more pain and pain and pain. But then it would hit like 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. when it was ready for me to, like, it was time for me to get up and go to school, and I feel fine, and I'll get up and I'll get dressed and I'll go to school and I'll be absolutely fine. And even when I was at school, barely ate anything, didn't really eat anything, maybe drank some water here, had maybe a bite of something here, never really ate anything. And that was my routine for like maybe a month or so. So you can only imagine that I lost a massive amount of weight. The reason why I'm telling you this is just, again, because it wasn't done healthily. I'm not here to promote some kind of fake lifestyle to you guys and be like, yeah, I went to the gym and I did this and I did that and this is why I lost a lot of weight. No, that wasn't the case for me. I lost weight just because something happened. I woke up in the morning and I just couldn't eat. And then after that, about a month after that, again, it was like a switch, guys. I swear to you, it was like a switch again. And then all of a sudden I could eat again. But because my stomach had like shrunk, I couldn't eat to the standard or the level of which I was eating before, like when I was bigger. So from then, I've always stayed quite slim. My weight, I can't lie to you, has yo-yoed up and down over the years. You know, you might watch some of my videos and you'll see, wow, Nissy, you've lost a lot of weight, you're really slim. Then there will be other periods where I've put on a lot of weight and I'm looking chubbier, then I'll lose weight again, then I'll put on weight again. Like, I can't lie to you, you know, in the past, I'm not going to speak it over my life now because that is not what I am anymore, but in the past I have been the queen of yo-yo dieting. So yeah, that is like my history of losing weight. And also one thing that you might have heard me mention on Backchat, when I was on Backchat London, one of the first episodes that came out was that when I did lose a lot of weight as well, because I lost it so rapidly, I was left behind with a lot of excess skin. So excess skin under my arms, excess skin on my stomach, to the point where I can literally pull my stomach and I can see the difference that it would make if I didn't have that excess skin there, excess skin on my legs. You know, I hide it very well with clothes. It doesn't mean like it's all just kind of hanging and you can see it, but you know, what looks like a fupa, a lot of it is just excess skin. That's another warning about losing weight very quickly and not doing it the healthy way. You get left behind with things that you don't even want. Like, you get left behind with the excess which you don't want. You want to be losing weight healthily and steadily, so that when you do lose weight, it's like everything is coming off, but you're snatching and you're becoming tighter, not everything just becoming loose. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so fast forward to now, a lot of you guys obviously noticing and saying, you know, oh my gosh, Nissy, you've lost so much weight. Any tips, any advice? Right, so here is my advice to you. I did not lose weight because I even wanted to lose weight like that. I lost weight. The only reason, okay, I'm gonna give you guys the big secret. The only reason I have lost weight recently is because myself and my church did a 21-day fast, and that's why I lost so much weight quite quickly. Again, not really healthy, but healthy. It was a detox. I see it as a detox. Basically, the church that I go to, called Light London, which is based in Stratford, which, by the way, if you're looking for a church, make sure you come along. It's just an amazing church. When I first got there, one thing that really shocked me was that they were in the middle of a fast. Now I thought, okay, cool, everyone fasts, every church fasts, they have their period of fasting, but they don't fast like like most people fast, as in you fast from 6 to 6 or 6 to whenever or whatever time you fast. They just straight fast, like as in just water. And then some people, depending on where you're at and where you believe God has convicted you, some people do juices, some people do like smoothies, but essentially no solid food for 21 days, okay? And so that's exactly what I was doing, and that's why I lost a lot of weight. At first I didn't notice it, but that last week of us fasting, I definitely noticed it. With myself fasting, I'd never fasted like that before. I didn't even really think about fasting like that before, but you know, the word convicted me, just the word that I got about, you know, the fact that if you look in the word and in the Bible, it actually doesn't say, you know, Jesus fasted or whoever fasted for between a certain time. Like, you know, it doesn't say, you know, we fasted from 6 to 6. And I actually deeped and I realized, and I was like, wait a minute, it's true. Like, we put this whole 6 to 6 thing just for convenience, like us as humans, for convenience. Like, okay, you fasted during the day, yes, it can be difficult, but you know that when 6 o'clock comes, you can stuff yourself, you can do whatever it is that you want in order for you to fulfill that desire and that want for food, and then you just start fasting again. Or you can even be eating up until 5:55 and you stuff yourself, and then you know, all right, do you know what, I should be set for the rest of the day. That is not real fasting, because fasting is supposed to be a symbol of sacrifice. And after a while anyway, when you've been doing that, it becomes easy. Like the 6 to 6 thing became quite easy for me, so I wasn't even too fast. I have my little snack in my bag, you know, because as soon as 6 o'clock hits, no matter where I am, I might just put in some worship music. I just break my fast wherever I am. I could be on a train platform, I could be in the middle of a meeting. I just, you know, do a quick, okay, Jesus, thank you for this fast, or a little bit of just meditating on the word or meditating on him, and I open up that packet and I eat again. And it's kind of like, how is that sacrifice? How is that discipline? How is that all of those things that Jesus himself showed? So the word kind of convicted me. I was like, do you know what? I am going to join this fast, and I'm going to do it for 21 days. So all I had during that time was water initially. Then I went on to like smoothies. So I have like banana and strawberry smoothies. Again, some people might say, well, what's the point? It's like you're eating anyway. But there's a big difference between food that has been blended and it's coming in a water or pureed or whatever you want to call it, liquid. That's it, in a liquid form, rather than having solid food that you're actually eating, where your body has to actually work its digestive system, you know, to do what it needs to do. So it took a lot of discipline, a lot of work for it to get there. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was hard. Like, I had moments where I was just like, oh, I just want a piece of chicken, I just want to have some meat, I just want to have a cake, I just want to have something. But you know, by the grace of God, I managed to do it. But that is the only reason, people. Them, please don't use me as an example. I don't want people to be like, oh, because I just had so many people messaging me like, oh my days, you look so good, you look snatched, what is the advice, can you give me some advice, I'm trying to lose weight. Please don't use me as an advocate to lose weight. I have yo-yo dieted. Essentially, this is something that I wouldn't normally do. You guys know I always come here and I give you guys solutions, or I give you guys the end product or whatever, but no, today I'm not giving you guys that. I'm telling you guys straight up, do not use me as an example of weight loss or whatever it is, okay? I have yo-yo dieted for way too long. One thing that I can say though is that I'm trying to be very, very disciplined when it comes to going to the gym. I try to work out as often as I can. This week I've been really bad. I haven't been to the gym this week, but I'm gonna pick it up. I'm trying to go at least 3 or 4 times every single week, because now that I have lost this weight, and by the way, that fast made me feel fantastic. Like, guys, I felt less sluggish, I felt less tired. I just felt very like it. I really did see it as a detox, not just a spiritual, mental, emotional detox, but also saw it as like just a physical detox. Like, I just felt great. I felt lighter. I didn't feel heavy, because a lot of the food that we eat is actually not great for us, and it makes us feel heavy, makes us feel lethargic, it makes us feel tired. Whereas if you're just on things like smoothies, basically fruit and just water, guys, I'm telling you right now, it makes your body feel amazing. But I definitely would not say to you like, yes, go on a 21-day fast, you know, don't have nothing. But no, please guys, please, because I don't want anything to happen. I would say consult a nutritionist, speak to someone first. If you do want to do a fast like that for yourself, as in for faith purposes and for God and for the gospel, whatever it is, then definitely consult God first and like speak to him first and let him convict you. I've done fasts before that was shorter. I've done 7-day fasts with Again, no food. I've done 3-day fast. So please don't use me as an example. Someone that you should be using as an example is someone like Mo Chunks. Mo, you look amazing if you're watching this video. She looks mwah, and she's been doing it the right way, eating well, you know, going to the gym. She's been working out, and she's just losing weight in the most beautiful way. I know that that's what I have to do now in order for me to keep this weight off, because I like this Nissy. I like this slim Nissy. I feel good. I look good. I look in the mirror, I look at my body, and I'm like, damn girl, you look snatched and you look good. But I know that if I want to keep it, I have to be careful of what I'm putting into my mouth and what I'm eating, and I have to make sure I'm going to the gym and I'm working out and I'm just not cutting corners. But anyway, my battery's about to die. I've been filming for like half an hour, so that is actually the end of this video. I have no magical solution for you. I haven't really given you, I'm sure you're there like, you haven't even given me the answers that I need. So how should I lose weight, guys? I'm sure that there are plenty of other YouTubers. Follow, oh my gosh, follow Ariette Santos, the one and only, the beautiful Ariette Santos. Obviously Ariette was also a cast member on Backchat London. Follow her, Ariette Santos, on YouTube. She has so much stuff in terms of fitness. You can watch her transformation. She looks amazing. Those are the types of people that you should be aspiring to and looking at. Me, on the other hand, I'm just getting it together, okay? I can admit, I still look at the mirror sometimes and I'm like, oh, just like, what's going on with my body? I should be at a certain level by now. I do have my days where I'm very, very insecure, but you know what? I'm getting there. I'm working on myself. Weight woes are real, guys. Like, my weight, because it's just been something that has been so just up and down for my whole entire life, it is something that I still struggle with. I get scared. Like, I can't lie to you, now that I've lost so much weight, I'm scared to put on weight. And it shouldn't be like, I know, guys, I know it shouldn't be like that. Psychologically, I shouldn't be at a place where I'm scared to put on weight. Like, I'm scared of it like it's some kind of disease. But literally, guys, that's where I still am. Like, I do, and it's weird because I do love my body, I love myself, but then I'm also very conscious of the fact that I don't want to put on any weight. So there's still a lot of work that I have to do within myself and that God has to do inside of me, just to come to a point of true acceptance and comfortability where, you know, I can work out and I can eat well without me feeling like, Nissy, if you don't do this, you're gonna put on so much weight and then you're not gonna be happy and you're gonna be fat and you're da 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 da. Like, that's not how it should be. Sorry guys, my battery died. Just had to swap over the battery pack. That's how you know I've been rambling on for ages. But yeah, it shouldn't come from a place of like fear or like a place of I look at myself in the mirror and I'm not happy with what I see, or I don't know. It should just come from a place of you love yourself enough and you know that you can do better and there are things that you want to improve and you know that you can improve them. That is why you're gonna go to the gym and that you're gonna work out and you're gonna do this. You know, me being slim is not ultimately gonna make me happy. Me being bigger is not ultimately gonna make me happy. You know, there's other things that contribute towards my happiness, and I can't just make my outward appearance be the thing that makes me happy. So yeah, I'm hoping that one day I get to that point, but right now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I have days where I absolutely love my body, but I also have days where I'm just like, I just hate what I see and I'm just like, Nissy, you need to do better. And I have days where I feel a certain aspect of fear of like, I know the size that I don't want to be at, especially now that I've lost so much weight. I think even recently where I've lost so much weight, it does scare me. I can't even lie, like I can't even pretend. It scares me. The thought of putting on weight again and looking at the way that I see myself in those other pictures is just mad. Do you know what I mean? Like for me, that does scare me. And we're gonna work on it, we're gonna get through it. And anyone that has been struggling with their weight for years, oh guys, let me just tell you, I completely understand where you're coming from. It's okay, you know, we will get there, we're gonna get there in the end. But it's so important that we don't allow that to become the only thing or the grounds of which our happiness is dependent on. Like, it just can't be. What then happens if one day you do put a little bit of weight on, or you do lose a bit of weight? Because some people, they're in the reverse, they're really slim and they want to put on a lot of weight, or not even a lot, but they just want to add, you know, some stuff to their body. But we have to come to a point of acceptance and of loving ourselves enough to be like, you know what, even if I don't get the body of my dreams, even if I don't look a certain way, you know, ever in my life, I can still be happy and I can still be grateful for the fact that I'm alive and the fact that I'm here and the fact that there's a greater purpose over my life than just me having a good body. So we'll get there in the end, but I just want to encourage you, anyone that's going through it, we're on this journey together. I'll definitely be updating you on my fitness journey, my fitness process, my eating journey. I feel like I had a bad relationship with food before. It got a bit better. It definitely got a lot better, but now I'm in like a place with food. I don't know, I don't have the best of relationships with food, which is not great, but you know, such is life. Anyway, I've actually got to run now, I've got to go, but I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. Oh, by the way, let me quickly talk about this hair, because so many people have been asking me about this hair as well. Okay, it's so long that not all of it actually fits in the thing, so I might need to stand up. Look how long this hair is, guys. And in my video where Ben did my voiceover, where it was the boyfriend does my voiceover, he said this is the excuse that we give just so that people can see our bums. No, it's not. I just want people to see the length. Like, it's so long, guys. Like, it's so, oh my gosh. Anyway, my hair is so long, but I can't even complain, because why? I wanted 30 inches. I've never done hair of this length before, but I went for 30 inches. Hair from the lovely people over at Longqi Hair, and yeah, I got it done recently. If you haven't watched my whole video, you know, boyfriend does my makeup and my hair voiceover, please go and watch it. It's absolutely hilarious. Like, this guy is hella shady, but you know, love him anyway. And yeah, it's basically Brazilian. I think it's Brazilian straight. I will double check the information and leave everything in the description box below. Brazilian straight hair, 30 inches, 2 packets of 28, 26, 2 packets of 26, and a pack of 24 from what I remember. All I know is that there were 6 bundles. If that's wrong, again, I'll put it in the description box below so you guys know exactly what I got. And me, silly old me, I didn't ask them for a frontal or a closure. Don't know what I was thinking, don't know why I did that, but I didn't. So the lovely beautiful Jane, who goes by the name of African Jewel _ on Instagram, who slayed this wig for me, took an old wig, completely deconstructed the old wig, sorted out the frontal. I even think that she bleached it a little bit more, because the color is so accurate to my scalp, it's mad. But she did what she needed to do with it, washed it, did all of that stuff, then used that for this hair, which is why today, as you can kind of tell, I kind of curled a bit of the hair, and the hair's way shorter than these parts anyway, but it's okay. Like, it still blends together, it still works out pretty well. But yeah, that's basically all of the hair. All of the information will be in the description box below, because you guys seriously have been asking me so many questions, and I'm just like, I can't answer all of you guys, so I'll put it in the video anyway. But yeah, massive shout out to the people over at Longqi. You guys know I actually genuinely like them. Like, I will genuinely promote them till the end, because their hair is good. All Shades Cover is #1. Longqi Hair comes straight #2. Their hair is really good, and it's very affordable as well. So yeah, make sure you check them out. But anyway, enough of me rambling. I've been talking too much. I love and appreciate you guys always, and I cannot wait to see you guys in another video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and of course, stay beautiful.